Hello everybody, happy Monday. I am so excited to be with you here for this preview today of all of the jewelry for our upcoming live stream event. We'll have a collection of sweet and petite and big and bold jewelry, and I'm going to give you a little once over here, and then I'll hold each style up and try them on for you so you can see each piece that will be included in the live stream event. First, let's go ahead and I'll turn around the camera and just give you a skim of everything that's around me because we have jewelry everywhere. Lots of goodies for you guys. Okay, so if we go all the way to the left here, I have a couple of neck stands over there with some petite jewelry, some earrings. I know we've had lots of excitement and questions about our post earring style, which you guys know I love a little earring, so I'm wicked excited about the post earrings too. We have necklaces and rings for you, ranging from a nice big bold piece of cobalt all the way down to these adorable mini 3-tier necklaces. We had some fun with gemstones as well, so you'll see some labradorite and rainbow moonstone and a little pop of orange over here in the bottom. Lots of rare colors and bold chunks of sea glass that you don't normally find in those larger pieces. And we do have a collection of rings as well. So lots of jewelry for us today. And I will go ahead and dive in with the first style for you guys. Let's get right to it. So up first, I have some necklaces that are made on this really shimmery sterling silver chain. It has these little oval links, and it's a really delicate, like dainty style chain. Let's get a little closer here. There we go. I think that's better. So we have these oval necklaces with our little trio beads. This is kind of like our Trinity style, but with a smooth oval piece of sea glass. We have one with cobalt and one with white. These necklaces are $249, and they measure 16 inch to 18 inch with a little adjustable extender at the back. So you can customize the necklace length, which is so great for when you have different necklines. You can decide how long you want to wear it for each day. We also have one here with a bright aqua piece of sea glass. And then a little twist on this design, we have 3-piece necklaces in this style, and the center bead is actually a little gemstone for a pop of color. So these have rare colors. We have aqua, cobalt, and blue topaz. And then down here we have turquoise with the cornflower and a bright little amethyst sparkling below. These also measure 16 to 18 inches on the oval chain, and they are $459. And then up next for you, I have some slightly larger necklaces. If that was a little too dainty for you, we still have gemstone necklaces with a little bit more height. These are about 1.25 inches from the top of the sea glass to the bottom of the little bead here. This top one actually has rose quartz and a little Herkimer diamond there twisted in between. And I believe this is a little ruby at the bottom. And then we have what looks like our sky combination below it with seafoam, aqua, and instead of white, we have a little aquamarine gemstone. These necklaces are $389, and they're also both on a 16 to 18 inch chain, that shimmery chain. And then we have some bold necklaces for you if you're looking for a statement necklace. This is our like goddess necklace with all the pieces lined up along the edge here. These are really bright turquoises paired with cobalt, and this actually has a little swirl design that mimics the earrings that I'm wearing right now. The earrings I'm wearing are aqua and amber. They would match this necklace perfectly. Let's turn around and take a look. Hi. So I of course went for the smaller single bezel pendant. It's big for me, but it's smaller overall. But if I wanted a perfect match, this necklace would actually go with these earrings perfectly as well. So we'll take a closer look at the earrings later, but if you want a bold statement necklace, these are for you. They are on a Rolo style chain, the traditional Rolo that's around 3 millimeters in size, and these are on an 18 to a 17 to 19 inch chain. So 17 to 19 inch adjustable with that little extender on back, so you can still decide where you want that base pendant to fall within your different necklines of different shirts. All right, let's turn around again. get situated here. And I'm gonna kind of bounce between the Sweet and Petite and the Big and Bold styles for you. So we'll do the best of both worlds back and forth here. This next necklace style, oops, let me back up a little bit. There we go. Sorry, I don't want to make you guys seasick. So these necklaces are actually little beaded gemstone and sea glass necklaces. They have labradorite with sea glass and 5 pieces of sea glass along a shimmery sterling silver chain. They match some of the other chains that we have today with the necklaces so that you can actually layer these to make a really sweet accent. I'll actually try on this top aqua one because it would match really well if I was layering with the necklace that I have. So let me go ahead and grab that off of the neck stand and find you guys. Hello. There we go. I think that's good. And these have a little extender as well. They measure 16" to 18", and they have a really sweet shimmery chain. So you could wear one short and then your pendant longer for a little accent. A really sweet compliment there. I might need to stand up. Let me put this necklace stand down. Here we go. I think it'll be a little clearer. Here you go. So see, you could layer them around the 16 to 18" just around your collarbone, and then maybe an 18 or 20" chain below with your pendant for a really pretty compliment. This one has aqua sea glass and labradorite, and it's $149, but we also have some with rainbow moonstone. Oops, my chair is rolling away from it. If you like a brighter pop of color, the rainbow moonstone is white and shimmery. Let me trade with you here, please. Thank you. Here we go. So I'm going to show you these in this direction because I feel like you maybe can see the colors a little better. We have aqua with rainbow moonstone, then we have cobalt, seafoam, and a pretty little pink. These are so fun, and they match with a bunch of different necklaces that we've made so that you can really layer them with a lot of different pieces here. So if you're looking for a match, feel free to ask me to try any of these on. If you want to see anything tried on, of course, we're not in real time here, so you can leave me a message here on this post, or feel free to send me a direct message and I'll try them on for you and send you a little picture or video. Alrighty, thank you very much. Our next style, back to the bold. Let's turn around here and take a closer look. This is similar to those little oval necklaces we looked at before. This is a bolder take on that style. We have kind of a double bezel look on the bottom, but it tapers towards the end. And you have the trio bead accents again. This is a really gorgeous chunk of sea glass. I wanted to show you in profile there how big and three-dimensional this piece is. Really pretty. And these are finished on the Rolo style chain as well. We have a bright aqua down there. These necklaces are $498. And our bigger necklaces, like the other ones, these all measure 17" to 19", so you can customize their length as well. Okay, now I have Sweet and Petite and Big and Bold side by side for you. This is a really fun style. There's 5 pieces of sea glass, single bezel set with an open back design in sterling silver. The top piece has this really pretty assortment of little pinks. They're so sweet. And then we have our mist color combination with some cornflower, seafoam, and aqua. These 2 necklaces are $498, and they measure 16 to 18 inches. They have the baby Rolo chain, which is just a smaller version of our classic Rolo. So you can see the 2 chains side by side there for a little size comparison. So pretty. And then here at the base, we have a larger version of this necklace. It's $798. This is our bold take on this style with a big piece of cobalt at the center. This piece of sea glass is over 1 inch tall. And then on either side of it, we have some tapering pieces of sea glass to really make a gorgeous fluid design. So we have white on the right, and then aqua, nice and vibrant. Over here we have an icy light blue in the aqua family, but a little brighter, and a really beautiful like tropical green. Go up a little higher in case the comments are hiding it there. So this bolder necklace is finished on the classic Rolo style. That's the 3mm Rolo chain. and it measures 17" to 19", where these measured 16" to 18". So fun. Okay, next up, these are really unique beaded pendants, but they have a tapering layer of beads on one side and a double bezel design on the other. I'm actually going to take this top one off to show you just a size reference compared to the single bezel necklace that I'm wearing. This necklace is $259. It has a cobalt blue piece of sea glass, and check out those beads. They taper all the way from little itty bitty beads down there into larger beads at the top, like little bubbles in the water, kind of floating to the surface. So for size reference, let me undo this chain here and do a little side by side. Here we go. So this is a bolder piece. It has a little bit of, I want to say like a bottle lip or something. It's a little raised on this side, along the side with the bubbles. So that would be the smallest of this design. And now I will turn the camera around and show you two even larger ones. Get my necklaces situated here. There we go. Okay, so up top we have a gorgeous piece of olive, and this is a really like the classic olive. When you think olive, it's that like camel green, bluish undertone olive. It's a really big piece for the olive too, and it also has some great thickness here. It's a chunk, and that one is $289. And then last but certainly not least, this is that really fun, it's like a seafoam hue, but it's an icy seafoam, and it also has a thicker side and then a thinner side. It's very three-dimensional as well. You can kind of see the slope of the sea glass there. This pendant is $359, and this one is, I want to say, about 2 inches in height. Give you a little idea of that. It's really, it reminds me of like coastal tropical waters. Very bright, very pretty. Okay, now, oops, I bumped this guy a little bit. Straighten him out there. Perfect. Next up, we have some really sweet petite pendants. I've been excited to show everybody these. This is similar to our 3-tier style, but so much smaller. They're very sweet. We have some gorgeous rare colors, and each of these pendants is $198. So this is our little mini 3-tier pendant. This first one is cobalt green and a little piece of ultra rare sea glass from England. Each piece is set in sterling silver with an open back design. And then here we have a little blue ombre with turquoise at the bottom, then aqua in the middle, nice vibrant piece, and white on top. Next we have, it's the tropical color combination, but it's brighter than usual because it has this pop of turquoise in the middle. And it has, I would say this isn't the classic green. This is more of a blue green, like a tropical green. So it fits very well in the tropical color combination with that cornflower at the bottom. Here we have a couple of pastels, cobalt on the top, cornflower, and a beautiful little pink. And this guy too has a nice softer pink with cornflower and cornflower milk glass and a perfect little triangle. Everything is cuter when it's smaller, I think. And these are a great example of that. This one, if I had to name it, I'd call it Cornflower Cloud. It has cornflower on top, white in the middle, and a just barely touch of color at the bottom there. It's a soft gray. So if you're looking for a gray, we have a little smoky gray there for you. And then we have some ombres going on. This one is shades of seafoam with a really bright little lime green in the middle, a bright seafoam at the bottom, and a traditional seafoam at the top. We have more ultra rare for you. This one has a nice cinnamon amber at the top, an ultra rare piece in the middle that's half white and half of this golden color that perfectly matches the bottom piece with a nice honey golden color. And then this one is like a little collection of berries. We have a purple at the top with a red and a gorgeous little pink at the bottom. So I'll do a quick skim of these. Lots of bright colors. Even though they're smaller pendants, we still wanted to give you a bright pop of color so that you have that captivating hue. And I'm gonna try one of these on for you too. Because, as you guys know, I'm usually behind the scenes. You don't always get the opportunity to try on the jewelry. And I just love it. What's not to love? So, to give you an idea of this one, see how cute and tiny that is? Very sweet, very dainty. If I get this pendant out of the way here, we'll pretend that Stardust chain is here for layering purposes. And there's a little example of it. So that's definitely something I would wear, actually. I love this little combo with the little pop of darker color, a layered chain, and a bold earring. You guys are starting to rub off on me with the bold colors and the bold sizes. I'm starting to branch out a little bit. I've been really enjoying it. Alrighty, so I'm going to put our little mini 3-tier pendants back over here. And next, I have another new style for you. Here we go. Get situated there. And I have some grays too. I know there were lots of questions about gray this weekend when I was asking what you guys are most excited for this upcoming live stream. There was a lot of questions about gray and orange and those rare colors. And I actually have some gray here in some bold pieces. These are some bigger pendants. If you got one of our little 3-piece cuff earrings in the last live stream, the bail at the top of this pendant is so unique. It's made specifically to match those earrings. It's a 3-piece bail with this little open see-through part between each section. So it's really pretty. It captures the movement of the chain, very minimal in design, and it pairs really beautifully with a bolder pendant like this. So we have a beautiful gray on top. This is a nugget of gray. This is what I was talking about if you were up in the stories with me. A nice chunk of gray. If you're looking for a bolder, bigger piece of gray, these pendants are a great option. This top one is a perfect oval. And then here we have a slightly deeper gray. It's like a slate gray. And it's a nice smooth piece. It has that gorgeous finish. It's very, like, this would be a piece that I would reach up throughout the day and just feel the surface of the sea glass. They have these fun little beaded designs at the bottom and a double bezel setting to kind of round out the piece. These two are $298. And then next up, I have the same style. This is actually a cornflower on top. Really beautiful piece of cornflower. It's getting harder to find a big cornflower, so we were excited to find this piece. There we go. A little more room for us here. And I want to show you that cornflower color. It's so pretty. Maybe on the white card as a little background. I'd say this is a little lighter than a medium cornflower. It's not the lightest shade, but it's definitely on its way. And then beneath this one, we have a traditional nice bright seafoam, very soothing color. We have a diamond here. This is white, and it's a beautiful crisp white in a nice smooth diamond shape. And at the bottom, we have, for our olive loving friends, Carla's been loving olive lately too. This is a nice green olive. And it has a fun shape. It's kind of squiggly. You don't see a lot like that. It's like rounded with a little bottle lip edge on the bottom. I'd love to know where this piece came from. This one feels really unique. And you see a lot of that shape in there. It's like a little ocean wave. Okay, I have one more tray with this style. And we have on the same one, the biggest piece in this style and 3 smaller ones. So this top piece is the biggest for this style. It has that bold cobalt. We put this one in a post over the weekend on our stories, and there were lots of hearts for this one. This is definitely a Carla size piece. If you're someone who likes a nice size pendant, that is a great option. It has a smooth triangle shape, and the little beaded designs just hug the dip in the sea glass where the natural bottom is. I love the way that the design accentuates the natural shape of the sea glass like this. And then if we come down here, these are more Sam size pendants. They'd be big for me, but they're like a perfect little, I'd say from the top of the bale to the bottom of the bead, maybe 1.5 inches. So they're still a good size, but they're smaller compared to some of these large necklaces. We have a sweet little aqua. I call this like an aqua lagoon. It has a very specific hue. And then an even brighter snow white. And this olive is a perfect oval. The color's showing really well there. It's a bit of a softer olive. And when it's on you, it'll look a little darker, of course. But that's a really great oval piece of olive. Okay, let's get back centered here. And next, I want to show you a necklace style that I actually helped to make. This was really fun. I got to try out some new skills, and I learned how to make this style necklace. Let me get one for you here. So this is sea glass at the center, and these have little labradorite gemstones along the chain, and then it's finished with a really shimmery, beautiful, dainty chain. This is a Sam style through and through, not just because I helped make it. And then maybe if I go like this, there you go. So it has these little labradorite gemstones twisted all along the chain. There's 5 on each side. And this piece is like a perfect little match because it has a soft gray piece of sea glass at the bottom. So the gray is really beautifully pairing with the labradorite. So we have a white, we have a gray, we have aqua, and a really deep aqua. Let me, oops, sorry, just bumped into you guys. Turn this around and show you some of these up close for the color of the sea glass. Look at this perfect little round piece of aqua. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect. And then the labradorite here along the chain just catches the light and shimmers, and they're very fluid and natural, like little waves of gemstones. Some of them have these little threads and veins of color because you know the labradorite has those little patterns and flashes to it naturally. So in some of these little beads, if you spin them around, you'll notice they have those little specks and variations, and the facets really pick up the light and just the perfect touch of shimmer. So we have the round aqua, we have the triangle gray, we have a purple, so sweet. That's a great purple right there if you're looking for like a shade deeper than lavender. That is a great option. And at the bottom we have a deep aqua. This is something I would call aqua allure on the website. And there's one more here with the labradorite. It's a pretty little white, just a little white triangle. And these would match really well with the necklaces that had the 5 pieces of drilled sea glass. They would layer, and a lot of the colors actually match really well too. So a few more options with the labradorite. This is a bright red at the top. These all measure 16 to 18 inches. They're made on an adjustable chain so that you can customize the length. This is the most gorgeous shade of cornflower. It has more blue than the traditional cornflower. That's the only way I can think to describe it. Maybe a little gray. It's a very specific shade. It's not the traditional cornflower. Oh, sorry. Let me grab a traditional cornflower to put side by side with it. So we have, here we go, a traditional cornflower right there. And then this one for comparison, it's more smoky, a little more blue. And then we have a cobalt and a cornflower little round nugget. That's the traditional cornflower there for you. This one's almost a little turquoisey. I run out of color words sometimes because the sea glass just defies describing. At the bottom here we have a really gorgeous green. So these colors were chosen specifically to pull out those blue hues with the gray labradorite gemstone. And if you have a beaded gemstone necklace, you could layer with one of the gemstone strands and then put one of these below, or mix and match with any of the little sea glass and beaded necklaces from earlier. And then we also have a selection of them with the rainbow moonstone. So if you like the brighter pop of little white gemstone there, here's some gorgeous rainbow moonstone. They also have 5 little gemstones along the chain, and they have this really sweet, delicate, shimmery chain. Sterling silver. We have cobalts at the top, a little rosy pink. And then this is a case where we just could not choose which one we liked best. So we have 3 aqua pieces here, all paired with the rainbow moonstone. The first is this really cool elongated piece. It's super smooth, very oval, and has like a perfect deep aqua hue. The next one is similar in shade, but has a nice smooth triangle shape, which lends to the style so well. It makes almost a little horizon effect. And then we found this sweet little cube of aqua, which is actually pretty rare for sea glass to find something in a square or a rectangle shape, because usually the most common shape for sea glass to break in is triangles. So you see a lot of teardrops, a lot of triangles, but you don't often see the perfect ovals or a cube like that. So these 3 we love so much, we couldn't decide which one we liked better, so we chose all 3 for this style. These are $220, and they have the 16 to 18 inch adjustable chains on them. And then, oh my gosh, look at that turquoise. A bright, bright turquoise paired with rainbow moonstone. So shimmery, so beautiful. We paired a white with the rainbow moonstone as well, in case you're looking for something just classic, perfect to tie in with maybe an outfit like I'm wearing today. A nice classic white or black shirt paired with the white. Goes with everything. And then, there we go, get it to focus here. We have a soothing seafoam. This is a very specific shade of olive. The olive has so many different like sub shades and different hints of color in it. This is definitely a bluer, I was gonna say aqua, a bluer olive. Let me hold it up here. Oh yeah, there you go. Now you can really see that color. That's such a pretty color. I just love how it pops with the little rainbow moonstone gemstones. And then at the bottom, we have a really pretty cinnamon amber piece. This is that softer, slightly lighter than the traditional amber cinnamon hue. And we chose these colors to pair with the rainbow moonstone because they just really pop with that little bit of white. All right. Next, we have another Sam style. This is same size for sure. I love, love, love these little designs. This is our wave pendant. They have a sterling silver wave at the top, and then they're accented by these horizontal little pieces of sea glass in a perfect little nugget size. They are single bezel set in sterling silver. Each pendant is $189. And we have an assortment of colors here, including some gray and a bright, bright orange. The orange is $239 because, oh my gosh, look at that color. The orange is so rare, but this is like a good size orange piece too for the size that you can usually find for orange. This is probably the biggest orange that I've seen. And then, just to give you a little skim, we have white and a purple. We have cornflower, and I have to pull this one closer to show you guys. It's actually ultra rare. Do you see those little layers of blue? Little striped layers of blue for that one. And we have a nice cobalt, seafoam, and of course the aqua at the top. It's a really fun style. I love anything that mimics a wave because it just reminds me of the beach, and that's my favorite place to be. All right, now I know you guys saw this in the background. This is a bold take on our 3-tier Ultramod necklaces. They have 3 pieces of sea glass, single bezel set, open in the back of course, and these are bold, bold pieces of sea glass. This is Carla's favorite color combination. We were talking about it before she left for her trip, and she just loves this yellow color paired with the olive. It's like a sunshiny yellow. This is a really not common color for us to find. And the paired colors with the big seafoam at the bottom and the olive in the middle kind of make like a little beach day combination. Sunrise at the beach. Then we have a traditional blues here with a little pop of cobalt, a nice oval shaped piece of aqua. And look at this gorgeous cornflower at the bottom. This is a bigger cornflower too. Lots of pieces that are maybe colors we don't normally find in the size that we were able to scoop up for this group of jewelry. It's hard to find a nice big chunk of cornflower, so when we do, we know we have to save it for something special. And then, last but certainly not least, this one is like a seafoam olive ombre. It has a gorgeous chunk of seafoam at the bottom. This bright, bright forest green in the middle. It reminds me of our emerald birthstone drop from, what was that, May? We had some of those rare, brighter greens. There's a gorgeous pair if you wanted to complement any of those styles. And then a nice seafoam at the top. It's a deep, deep seafoam. Kind of has a bluish undertone. So pretty. And these have those little beaded designs as well, similar to our 3-piece veil design that we looked at earlier. So if you're going for a bold layer, maybe you could do a longer chain with one of these and a 3-piece veil on top on a shorter chain. I don't know, guys, you're rubbing off on me. I'm getting a little crazy with my bold pairing. I'm gonna layer bold pendants now. I think it would look great. And then, let's see, what do we have next? We have, up next we have this gorgeous necklace style. This one has a really unique bail that we've been loving. It seemed perfect for these little double pendants. I say little, but they are one of our bolder selection too. They're a great medium size, and they have just really spectacular colors. Here we go. So you have to help us come up with a name for these bails. They are fixed on the pendant. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these off so we can get a closer look. Here we go. So the bail is fixed. It's attached to the top of the pendant. It's a little slide bail, and it has a little bridge of silver at the top. It gives this really nice geometric look. Sorry, the camera's zooming in and out a little bit there. Give it something in the background so it has an easier time focusing. There we go. So this is just a gorgeous design. The bail really tapers into the shape of the sea glass. And then we have, in this piece, a gorgeous cobalt at the top and a really bright turquoise at the bottom. And I love the cobalt and turquoise combination because it makes such contrast that it's almost like the colors pop even more than they normally would. These pendants are $329. They're single bezel set in sterling silver on the top, and then you have a double bezel setting at the bottom. And these are really pretty. They start in a thicker double bezel at the bottom near this little bead accent, and they taper into a more narrow double bezel setting as they get closer to where the two meet for just a really smooth transition. So we have this style pendant with cobalt and cornflower. It's a great little cornflower if you like a true cornflower. And then we have an icy blue, a nice wintry ice blue there, paired with cobalt. And this is a nice thick piece as well. And then if you're looking for orange, here's another good size piece paired with aqua. I love these colors together. They're so striking. There we go. Get that to focus for you. There's just something so bright and beautiful about this color combination with that vivid orange at the bottom, and then the aqua is like a very tranquil color, and together they just really pop. I kind of want to try this one on. What do you think, guys? Should we do it? I think so. Okay, let's turn this camera around. We can make the rules, right? We're gonna try these on. And this is a really fun group of jewelry, the Sweet and Petite and Big and Bold, because the styles are like Carla meets Sam. I always love the Sweet and Petite styles, and Carla, of course, goes for Big and Bold. That's a Carla classic, anytime there's something big and bold. And this is just the best. Oops. I clipped it to my other chain. Hang on. Carla makes this part look very easy. Got it. Oh my gosh, there we go. So, what do we think? Should this really be the pair with my necklace? I'm gonna hold it because I don't have great confidence in my clasping abilities. Can you guys talk and clasp your necklaces at the same time? I want to hear the results. Leave a poll answer in the comments of the video. Yeah, I love those color combos. I feel like something like this with like a plain kind of classic black top paired with a bright pop of color, it just makes it so much more fun and interesting. And this would be great if you paired it with one of those little beaded gemstone necklaces too, instead of the Stardust chain. We could look at, could you pass me the one to the right? Yeah. Thank you, my lovely assistant. So if we were going to make a little Sam set here, this is my recommendation. We're gonna take a moment for some styling. I would love to do one of these little gemstone necklaces. Oops, sorry you guys fell a little bit. There you go, stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna do this really short, maybe at a 16-inch length. There we go. Get my hair out of the way. So that's about the 16-inch length. And then let me try again. We'll give trying on the necklace a second try. This is on an 18-inch baby Rolo. Okay, 18-inch baby Rolo. And then pretend I'm not wearing the Stardust, or if you love it, pretend I am. This would be one of my go-to layerings, I think, because you have a little shimmery pop of color with those chains. That's a really sparkly chain with the aqua sea glass and the rainbow moonstone gemstone. And then you have this really gorgeous rare color there. I feel like we could try this maybe with the cobalt and turquoise too. What do you think about aqua and turquoise? You'll have to let me know if you want me to try on anything. Feel free to send me a direct message here on Instagram, or send me an email, info@leetoseaglassjewelry.com, and I'd be happy to try on anything for you if you're thinking of a different match that I'm not dreaming up here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Either this one or the ice blue too. I won't try them all on because I know you want to see what's coming next, but something like this would be a really fun set too. A little pop of color and then something bolder, but it's kind of lower, so you get this gorgeous layered effect. Yeah, I think this would be a great way to dress up a little everyday style. Okay, let's not get carried away. Let's turn around. I'm gonna pass you these two neck stands, please, to keep aside for me. And ooh, I know where we're going next. Okay, I'm bumping into neck stands. Here we go. We have a really unique design. It's a 3-tier swirl necklace with this fluid piece of sterling silver that wraps all the way around the pieces of sea glass. We have this really bold one here. This is a great size pendant with olive at the top, a nice sea foam in the middle here, nice smooth piece. And this one is a very icy piece down at the bottom. It has just a touch of color, but it's not quite blue, it's not quite green. It's almost white. It's just a touch of color, and it kind of blends really beautifully. And the little swirls have a little shimmery bead tucked in the curl of the swirl. These pendants are $439 and $469 for this piece in the middle. Actually, can you see that? Oh my gosh. It has a bright spot of orange and then a layer of neon yellow. I've never seen a piece quite like that. And it's a perfect little oval. And it's nestled between these beautiful pieces of cornflower and cobalt. So we have some really beautiful swirl pendants there. Let's put those down there. And then, remember that veil from earlier? This is a single horizontal piece of sea glass with that same slide veil style. It's a nice bold but classic look here. We have a sea foam, a chunk of aqua. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that, it's curved. Very three-dimensional. Nice big chunk of aqua, and it's a deep, deep aqua too. Beautiful frosting. And if you're looking for a bold gray piece, this is the deepest gray piece that we have. It's a nice deep chunk of gray on a slide bail, and these are shown on a Rollo chain, but they would look great on an inlet chain too. I think the inlet chain would kind of mimic the bail pattern. Really beautiful. These are $369, and this one up top is $329. He's a little bit smaller than these two. Now, we've been looking at a lot of bold pieces, so let's take a moment and move my neck stands around and look at some more petite styles. This isn't so petite. I would say this is a pretty standard single bezel pendant size. It's just a little bit bigger than usual. So bold for Sam, but small for Carla, if we're gauging things that way. This is actually the same price and size that I was wearing at the beginning of our video here with the aqua blue. We have a cobalt, a nice icy bright cornflower, and check this out. This amber is definitely more of the cinnamon color. It's lighter and softer, but it is a bottle lip, and you can see each of those little threaded details where it was once the lip of a bottle. And it has a gentle curve, of course. And I just love the way the stripes go right with the shape of the sea glass, how it was naturally shaped by the ocean over the years. They just naturally curve into that diamond shape. It's really beautiful. These are $149, as well as the aqua that I was wearing earlier. And then our next size up from these, we have sizes of single bezel pendants for something classic to layer in with your other goodies here. We have, this is a really unique color seafoam. It has like the slightest touch of maybe a bluish undertone. It's not the traditional seafoam. There's something very captivating about that shade. These are a little bit larger than the last stand that we looked at. They're $169. We have a medium cornflower here, paired with a nice vibrant green. And this one is kind of tapered in shape too, like the sea glass itself. If we take a look at it sideways, is thinner at the top and then gets a little thicker and chunkier at the bottom. So the shape of the sea glass in the bezel pendant, naturally kind of has the weight at the bottom there. And it's a nice curved piece of sea glass, maybe the edge of a bottle lip or something. Very cool. And then we have a bit of a larger amber here. I think that's a shadow of a little bubble up there. You guys know I love a bubble. Looks like that one might have a little bubble. Nice cinnamon color. If we're going from there to our next largest size, we have one more gray for you today. This is a nice smooth round piece. So if you love a circle or an oval, this would be the gray that I would go for. Either this one or slightly smaller, that softer 3-piece bail gray. This one in the single bezel pendant is just a touch darker. It's a nice smoky gray color, and it's a thick piece as well. That's a beautiful nugget of gray. These pendants are $198. I'll just flip the bail over there. It's a nice crisp white. There we go. A little blurry for a second there, sorry about that. We have a nice crisp white, like a snow white. And down here, this one is a little less crisp, but it's a beautiful elongated piece. You can see the slight difference in color tone between the two whites. This one has a gorgeous elongated shape and nice smooth edges. And I think it's a little rounded. It is a little rounded. Like a little stick. One more at that size, this size and price point of the $198. This is a very foresty green. Check that out. I love the elongated shape for these. They're really fun for layering because you can do something kind of petite like the beaded gemstones, then something horizontal, and something elongated, and you get this beautiful like tapered shape to your necklaces. We were talking about how to mix and match and layer all these pieces before on Thursday. We were all as a team kind of chatting through them, and there were lots of votes for an elongated long pendant. layered with other horizontal shapes that we've seen maybe over here. So putting like one of these above or below was one of the votes for our team. And this beautiful cornflower here also has a slight curved shape to it and a beautiful little teardrop at the bottom. Now, I have a very specific shade of color. If you've been with us for a while, you know we call this color Sequa because it's a little bit seafoam, a little bit aqua, very much beautiful, very bright. It's like tropical waters. So we combine the seafoam and the aqua and we call it Sequa. This is a nice elongated piece. It's a little bigger than the ones we were just looking at. It's $218. Very beautiful, very smooth. It has like a little lip there. Can you see that? There we go. Where it curves up, it's a little thicker on this side. Very bright. Oops, there we go. Got it to focus. And our largest single bezel pendants that I have for you today are gorgeous deep hues. Oh, we do have one more gray that I didn't see over there. These are $249. We have a deep cobalt. Nice thick chunk. It has kind of a curve to it. It ripples like a wave. Nice deep cobalt. It's one of those that it's so dark that you can definitely see the blue when it's worn, but it almost looks black. If it was any deeper, it would look black, but it's really cobalt. And wow, how did I miss that? This is the boldest gray that we have. Let me grab some of the other big ones just as a comparison for you. We had this pendant. This one's definitely just a smidge bigger. And where are some of our other grays? We had the three-piece bail rather, gray pendants here. And they make a nice little ombre, all three of them together there. But this is definitely larger than those. This one is $249. And this is also a nice thick piece. So not only are they large chunks of gray, but they're nice weight piece as well. Nice thick pieces. And that's a gorgeous deep gray. I think Carla probably will love this one. I can't wait until she gets back so I can hear what her favorites are as well. Alrighty. Last but not least, for our necklace styles, I have one more petite style for you. Of course, I saved the petite style for last. These are $198. They have similar little beads at the bottom, like some of those larger styles that we were looking at earlier. Like some of these guys. They kind of mirror that, so maybe if you're into layering, that might be a great style to pair with it. But I would wear this just on its own as a cute little pop of color every day. I have them on our curb style chain, the small link chain, for just a classic, lightweight, everyday look. And I have an aqua, a cobalt, nice little cornflower. Cornflower is my favorite. So sweet. And then a kind of sky turquoise there. Oh, there's a little bit of sand on it. I could steam that right off, so those little speckles will clean right out. Just needs a quick little bath. Then we have this nice pink. It's like a cotton candy pink. It's not quite as bright as the Sea of Japan pink, but it's not as soft as a petal pink. It's kind of in between. So if you're looking for a nice medium pink, that would be a great option. And an itty bitty kind of blue gray there. So sweet. I love these. Nice little pop of color. Okay, now let's check out some earrings. I know I told you we'd take a look at the earrings I'm wearing. These are the swirl design, and because we love everything even and everything balanced, the swirls, I think I need to show you them both on the same side. The swirls mirror each other, so they go in opposite directions. So you don't have them both going to the left or both going to the right. We have them going so that they frame your face really well. Thank you. The pair I'm wearing are $367, and then we have another pair here that matches that big bold swirl necklace that are $459. These guys have turquoise on top with a really gorgeous smooth cobalt below. And the ones I'm wearing, let's take a closer look at them here. They are just a little bit lower because they have a little natural surface inclusion on them. There we go, just had to get them on a card for you. So we chose them because they are such a perfect match. Could I actually have the necklace that matches this one? It's on one of those rectangle neck stands that we looked at first. The back one, I think. Yep. Thank you. So we chose these pieces because they are such an exquisite match for this necklace. Look at that color. It's like spot on. But it does have a little inclusion there. You can see it at the top of this right earring. And this is natural. This is part of the sea glass. It wasn't something that happened when we were making the earrings. But because of that little line there, we decided to put these just a little bit lower. And then while we're here, let's take a closer look at the turquoise. So pretty. There you go, now you can see the color really well. It's a nice bright turquoise. So these are a perfect match to the necklaces that have the swirls as well. And then I'm so excited to show you guys these. We have a couple of different post earring styles. The first one here, these are $98. And I'm gonna show you a red and a white. They have this really cool wire wrapped design. Maybe I'll actually put these right here. And let's take a closer look at one of these off the earring card and give you a nice close-up of this style. There we go. So they have this sleek piece of sterling silver wire that wraps around the earring to hold them to this little post. They're really minimal, really lightweight. I love this style. I would probably wear these like every day. This would be a go-to earring for me. And we have them in a bunch of colors. So this is the white, and then we have a pair of red. Here we go. Nice bright reds. These are very, very bright. They're like a cherry red, and they're just a sweet little size. I love those so much. Then we have a couple more. These are one of a kind. We have an olive pair, and there we go. Nice smooth olive, and a lovely lavender pair. And the wires are done by hand. All of these are made by hand, so we did our best to make them mimic each other and mirror each other, but they are each one of a kind and unique. Okay. I believe we have a couple cobalt and a couple seafoam. There we go. These are just a little loose on the card, which is why they're spinning, but when you have them snugged up on your ear, they'll stay whichever way you put them. So you can really make those shapes mirror each other. We have cobalt and seafoam. I think we have a couple of each of these. We are still working on more. I was so excited that we started bringing back some post earring designs because I wear my post every single day. And I think it's just a great way to have something very minimal. You don't feel it a lot when you wear it, but it's a nice little pop of color. A bright aqua. We have a couple pairs of aqua. These are a sweet little triangle shape. And then cornflower. Beautiful little cornflower design there. All of the wire wrapped earrings are $98 for these post earrings. And I have just two more colors to show you. We did a bright Kelly green. Very pretty there. I'm gonna put these down too, actually, and show you them up close so I can hold them in their proper orientation. There you go, that gives you a better idea. A beautiful bright piece of sea glass. And this style is also great because you can see the sea glass from like every angle. So you don't lose the edge color from the setting. You can see it no matter which way they are. And same thing with the amber here. These would be a nice match to even if you like the big bold swirl necklace but you wanted a dainty earring. I would maybe put the post earrings with that as a little mix and match, a smaller earring with a bolder necklace. I would love that combo. And then if you've been checking out our Instagram posts, you might have seen some of these little post earrings. I'm just gonna take them off the card for a second. We have prom set post earrings for the first time ever. a second new post earring style, and these are so sweet. They have these little prongs that just hold the sea glass in place. There we go. And they hug the edges of the sea glass. This is an aqua pear. This style is $149. And we have multiples of almost every color. Most colors I believe we have multiples of, so they might have a slightly different shape, but the colors are spot on aqua. And then we have some cornflower and some sea foam. I love the sea foam, it's a nice subtle color. And then some cornflower there. Oops, let's get this guy moved out of the way. There we go. Put my little post earrings down. Then, if you like a bolder color, check out these cobalt. These are like perfect little triangles too. There were a couple pairs like that with like the smooth triangle shape. These are so fun. And lavender. I think this is the only pair of lavender. There we go. I would spin them so the points are up personally. I love the little triangle shapes. And this is our last pair of post earrings. Okay, thank you. So we have just one pair of brighter sea foam, which I'm gonna hold side by side with the other sea foam here. We have a couple pairs of a classic sea foam, but just one pair of that brighter sea foam. I think they're a little blurry. This is not our usual tablet, sorry. Let me get that to focus for you. Oh, closer is better. I think closer is better there for you. So there's that brighter sea foam and the classic sea foam side by side. We have a couple pairs of these and just one pair of the bright sea foam. And we did have a couple of pendants with this bright color in it. That would be a great color to mix and match and kind of pair with those pendants. Okay, I'm gonna put those here. And last but not least, we also, I believe, have just one pair of sweet little red post earrings. These are that same vibrant color that we saw in the wire wrapped option, just in the prong setting. They're both like a cherry red, a little brighter than a fire engine red. And these are $149. I'll keep those handy because I just love them so much. And I guess I should show you the size of them. Silly me. While I'm here, that's what we're here for, right? Check that out. I love the little pop of aqua. Actually goes really well with the colors I have on right now. And the wire wrapped ones are the same size. Just a sweet little subtle post earring. Maybe grab a different color. Let me show you the green with the wire wrapped. These are really bright. There you go. I don't have the backing on, of course, but just a little pop of color. And you can see that color from all around. Really eye-catching, really pretty. Nice bright color. I'm really excited for the post earrings. And we have a handful of each color, so hopefully there is a post earring for everybody who is interested in one. Could you just take these out of here for me so I don't knock them over? Thank you. Next up, you can take a look at some bracelets. I have some nice bold bracelets. These are our 9-stone bracelet style. And we have gorgeous shades of olive, cobalt, and turquoise as an extra pop of color. Let me try this on for you, get an idea of what it looks like. So the pieces are a little bigger and a little bolder than our traditional 9-stone bracelets. And they just are really captivating, really bold and bright and dazzling. We wanted to make the bold jewelry not just bold in size, but bold really in the exquisite choice of sea glass that you have for them as well. There we go. I think it was trying to focus on the starfish instead of on the bracelet. Silly camera. So these measure a standard length. I believe they measure like 7 inches to start, and they have a little toggle bar and toggle bracelet clasp. We can adjust these larger up to around 8.5 inch, but just let us know your bracelet size. We can make them any size that you need. And also we can adjust to a lobster clasp if you prefer the lobster clasp to the toggle. here is another bracelet. This one has shades of cornflower, olive, aqua, beautiful gray right there. Let's get the starfish out of the camera. There we go. Olive, cornflower, aqua, gray, nice tall aqua at the center here. Crisp white, that's like a snow white right there. Another olive and cornflower, and it's finished at the end with this little nugget. Really gorgeous. And when you try this one on, you have those icy blue hues at the center. I love the elongated shapes of these pieces. So these bracelets, these two 9-stones, are $839. There they are side by side. Oh, now you can really see those colors, yeah. And again, we can adjust the length, we can adjust the clasp to make sure these are a really comfortable fit for you. But if you're looking for a more petite bracelet, we also have some matching bracelets that could go with the little necklace style like this. So these have sea glass and labradorite. Here we go. And there's 3 pieces of sea glass kind of spaced along this shimmery chain. Come on. Maybe I'll show you this one turned around. That's what we'll do. I think it's going to show up better this way. Okay. So these are our little 3-stone sea glass and gemstone bracelets. Oh yeah, that's so much better. They have a little piece of labradorite gemstone paired with the sea glass on the same shimmery chain that the necklaces were. We had some 5-stone necklaces in the same style like these. So you could have a matching bracelet as well. And these measure 7 to 8 inch in length. They have a little 1-inch extender on the end, but if you need a longer length, we can make adjustments on these as well for you. I have these in cobalt. Oh, I was showing you rainbow moonstone and I called it labradorite. I'm sorry. Rainbow moonstone, little white gemstones. There you go. You can see them closer there. This is seafoam of rainbow moonstone. Then we have a really sweet pink, and there's definitely the opportunity to make some sets with all of these. They match the colors in the necklaces, the same style necklaces like this, but also some of these little necklaces that I helped twist. You could pair a pink with a pink there. It's so pretty, and they even have the same gemstones. I think Carla did that on purpose. And for the rainbow moonstone, we also have an aqua. So rainbow moonstone, we have cobalt, we have seafoam, and we have aqua. Very pretty. Just a little pop of color. I would definitely wear this kind of bracelet because it's the kind that you can kind of pop it in there. If it moves around a little, you'll always have sea glass showing. And it's very, very lightweight and dainty on this sweet little chain. Nice bright aqua there. These bracelets are $108. I wonder if I can show you the tray of them. Oh yeah, you can see those. I hold them up a little bit. So we have cobalt, seafoam, pink, and aqua with the rainbow moonstone. And we also made these bracelet styles in labradorite. We have purple and labradorite. I love like the lavender colors with labradorite. Something about it is very like cool and blue and calming. There you go. And a little up close for you. And then we have the cornflower as well with labradorite. That shimmering sterling silver chain. You could even stack these up. If you were someone who likes a bit of a bolder statement, I would say you could probably put 3 or 4 of these bracelets, maybe even 5, going up your wrist and kind of mix and match them. That would be kind of fun. And a beautiful little white with labradorite as well. There you go, little preview of it tried on. If there's anything that you guys want to see, remember, just leave me a message and I will send over pictures or videos like this of anything that you want to see tried on together. We can mix and match and have a little jewelry trying on party. Feel free to send me a direct message here on Instagram and just let me know what you are interested in, and I'll send any pictures over for you. And I think, let's see, we did necklaces, we checked out earrings and bracelets. So last up we have some rings to show you. We have a bunch of ring designs for this live stream. This is actually our goddess style. We did show these in the past, but we haven't brought them back for quite a while. They're actually one of my favorite bold ring styles. So let's turn around and take a closer look. If I were to wear a bold ring, I think this would be the style I would go with personally. Here we go. So we have two prices here for the goddess rings. We have $298 for the classic colors, and then we have some that are $320 because they are just so rare and exquisite. So I'll show you these one by one, and then I'll try one on for you. We have a nice bright aqua. We have two cobalts. This one is a bit deeper, like a midnight cobalt, and then a brighter classic cobalt. And the goddess style has this wide band up front, but it tapers at the back to a normal band size. So you don't have to size up for these, which is really nice, and they're really comfortable to wear. We have a white and an amber, and this is that same like cinnamon amber color. So it would pair well with some of those lighter ambers up there. The swirl necklace or the single bezel pendants. And then a pink, so pretty. The band has a lightly hammered texture so that it kind of glistens and catches the light. We have a perfect little circle green. So bright. And then this nice bigger triangle of olive. And that's a bluer olive if I had to categorize it among the olives. Here in the rare section, we have for $320 a purple. That is a gorgeous purple. I think this piece is from the Sea of Japan. And then we have some really vibrant turquoise rings as well. We have one with more of a teardrop shape, and then a nice smooth oval shape as well. Gosh, I don't know which one to try on for you guys. I think I'm going to go with the cinnamon color because it matches so many of those other rings that we were talking about. So this ring currently measures a size 9. All of our rings for our live stream events are a size 9, and we can adjust them up to about an 11 or down to any size for you. If you leave us a message with your order after the live stream, we'll take care of that size adjustment for you. And the size adjustments are always complimentary with our live stream events. That's our goddess ring style. Then I have our trio bead style. We have a selection of these as well. And these have little beaded details above and below, like some of our necklace styles that we looked at earlier. So they would pair really well with these styles. Or even, let me grab the petite version. Here we go. So even these guys would pair really well, little aqua and aqua side by side there. We always try to make sure we have the opportunity for you to make sets if you really love any of these styles. So this ring is $289. It has a split band on the side that tapers into the normal band thickness. So again, you can go with your classic ring size while still having a nice sized ring, nice bolder ring. We have some aqua at the top, followed by a cobalt. And then we have these really beautiful golden colors. This one's a bit deeper and this one's a little softer, like a little sunshine yellow. There we go, I'll tilt a little into the light so you can see the colors better. We have a nice classic cornflower there, and then a white and a gray, and your eyes are not deceiving you. This is almost like a two-tone gray. Let me try this one on for you. You can just balance that there, perfect. So this piece is a mystery. It's kind of exquisite. I'm gonna move so we don't have the starfish in the background. There we go. And it has a deeper section of gray and then a little split line there in the color and a lighter gray underneath. And it's a beautiful oval shape. It's definitely a nice statement ring, elongated. The split band design. It's very comfortable to wear. All of our rings have the comfort fit band. And they're really great to kind of mix and match for different styles. I just love the glowiness, the glowing color of this ring with that switching color. I've never seen anything quite like it. And then, I'm not sure if you saw earlier, but we do have one little turquoise ring here. And he is 308 because look at that gorgeous statement turquoise piece. That's a really vibrant, perfect oval-shaped piece of turquoise. This one is 308, and the rest of these were $289. I'll just pop his little sticker back there. These are a really nice, smooth style. Very comfortable. Okay, next up, we're bringing back one of our favorites. This is the Serenity style. And this is more of a petite style ring. It has this really fluid wave design with the sterling silver band that wraps above and below the setting. And it makes a really smooth wave pattern. These are our rare colors for the Serenity ring style. They are $239 because they have these gorgeous collectible pieces of sea glass. We have a bright orange if you were looking to match maybe the wave pendant that we saw earlier. How great is that color? We have a highlighter yellow, and this one, if I can get the camera to just look at that one ring at a time. There we go. Look at it. It has these little embossings, almost like a piece of bread from the baker, but neon yellow. I bet that piece glows. Is there a big flashlight behind that ring stand? Let's see if it glows. I bet a few of these do, actually. Oh yeah, I think it glows orange. Okay, let's see. I still had my turquoise ring on from before. This ring is actually glowing orange when it hits the black light. Can you see that? Oh, I love a piece that glows. They're so fun and unique, and my favorite thing to do is to run around the studio with the flashlight and see what lights up. So not only is it neon yellow, it also glows orange under the black light. We have a vibrant orange, a couple of red to match those cherry reds of the earrings. We have purple purples. These are nice deep purples. Definitely not a lavender. I believe these are from the Sea of Japan as well. And then we have some opalescent white sea glass. And the opalescent sea glass shimmers and picks up different shades, and it's kind of luminous. It's very mesmerizing. I kind of just lost track of what I was doing because I was playing with the colors. We have, let's go up first. We have some bright turquoises to match maybe the pendant that I'm wearing. I'm making sets. And then we have a sequin. Remember that sequin pendant? This would be closest probably to that one, or if you went with an icy aqua, it would pair with the sequin pendant. But this is such a rare, specific shade. It's not the traditional seafoam. It's definitely more blue. At the bottom here, we also have a couple of ultra rare pieces. These are multicolored pieces of sea glass from England, and they have layers of color throughout. This one has like a cobalt indigo blue, a deep blue, with a crisp white on the other side. This one is milk glass. It has these gorgeous layers of white and blue. Reminds me of a piece of pottery, but that is ultra rare sea glass. And then we have another piece with like a milky white background and this sweet little spot of green, like a little leaf. We also have some classic colors in the Serenity ring style. Excuse me. We have a little sea glass rainbow for you here. We have some deeper aquas, the traditional aqua. Then we have some aqua skies, which is a light touch of color. And I'd say this is a standard aqua, so we could go standard, deeper, maybe a touch of green in these aquas. I think the center one is actually leaning a little more olive. And then we have some cobalt blues And sometimes we just can't decide on what piece of sea glass to choose because we love them all so much. When we have a really great selection of sea glass where the shapes just work so well for the style, we'll choose a couple. And this definitely happened with the Serenity style because we had so many of these gorgeous teardrop shapes, but then they kind of take on a personality of their own depending on if it's a little fatter one, little wider nugget of sea glass versus an elongated teardrop, or a perfect smooth triangle. Sometimes we can't decide, so we decide to choose all of them because they're just each gorgeous in their own way. Then we have some cornflower, a medium cornflower to start, with an elongated cornflower, a sky cornflower, and this one is a bottle lip as well. I love how three-dimensional the bottle lips are. The only way this one could be better is if it had a little bubble. A bubble and a bottle lip would be spectacular. And then we have two more cornflowers here and some one-of-a-kind rings at the bottom with a vibrant lime green, a bright seafoam, a lavender. This is definitely more lavender where the last tray was purple. We have one little gray ring here if you're looking to match some of the other pieces. Let's try this guy on. So that's the Serenity style. I love the way the waves just kind of hug the piece of sea glass. Very fluid, very delicate and dainty, but still shimmery and fun, still eye-catching. And we also had two pinks here. And I'll hold them for you side by side. I'll just tilt down so we can focus maybe a little more on these guys. Maybe if I try them on. I think we'll try them on. There we go. A very sweet, soft petal pink. Nice and smooth. And I'd say this one's a little deeper and this one's a little brighter. And that is our Serenity ring style. These measure a size 9, but we can adjust them up to about an 11 or down to any size if you need smaller. We'll take great care of that size adjustment for you. And our next ring style is exciting, backed by popular demand. I might have to scoop up one of these for myself. I'm gonna try this one on. We have our bypass ring with the two little pieces of sea glass that kind of fit into each other, and they're open in between, so they just gently hug your finger. They are a size 9. You can kind of slightly adjust these, but you don't want to pull on them to open and close them a lot because that will weaken the band over time. But if it's very close, you could just gently squeeze a little to make it a bit more snug. But if you need to go up, we could go up to about an 11 or down smaller, any size. I really love this nice petite style with the two little nuggets of sea glass that just fit perfectly into each other. So let's turn this around. I'll show you all these goodies. We have a tray of classic colors and some that are a little more rare. We have some turquoise there in the center. And then we actually have a tray of, yes, thank you, ultra rare, really extra special pieces, and some dazzling red down here. This one has an embossed pattern that I can't wait to show you up close. I wonder if any of those glow. You might have to check. Okay, so coming in closer to take a look at the bypass style ring with these two sweet little stones, we have green and cornflower, but this is a lime green. Oops. This is a lime green, and they're in perfect circle little shapes. And then next to the lime green, you have a more traditional green color with a soft little yellow. We have seafoam and cornflower, and then cornflower and cornflower milk glass. The more opaque is the milk glass. We have a couple of shapes with the cornflower and the cobalt, the little perfect circles, the more elongated arrow-shaped pieces, and then some little soft triangles that fit together, so sweet. We have an aqua and a cornflower. I like this ring a lot too. I'm shopping a little bit while we're looking at these, if I'm being honest. And then a nice cornflower with, I think this is almost turquoise, but it's definitely it's on the line between turquoise and aqua. Yeah, I think it's just a light turquoise there. We'll call him aqua turquoise. Then we have turquoise turquoise with these cute little triangles, cobalt and turquoise. And this one's like a smile, little smiley face of turquoise next to a sweet little cornflower. And the most vibrant turquoise, probably the two on the sides here, are the most vibrant. We have an option with smooth rounded pieces or perfect little triangles that fit together so nice. I'm gonna try this one on. Our next row has some green paired with different colors, and this is a very tropical, very deep green with a cornflower that has a little raised triangle shape to it. I kind of like the elongated pieces too. There's so many options with these, and I feel like you just can't go wrong. You could pair them a little bit. If you like even more colors, you could kind of wear them together. There's that turquoise smiley face and cornflower, and then the tropical green, a nice deep tropical green. Come on. All right, I think it's a little clearer in the tray. We'll go back to showing them this way. You guys will have to let me know if you want to see anything up close or anything tried on. Just send me a direct message. I'd be happy to try these on for you and take a closer look at all the colors. We have a nice opaque milk glass here of turquoise, a sky turquoise hue, paired with a gorgeous bluish green. It's definitely a tropical green there. Then we have some pastels. There's a soft aqua paired with lavender, a deeper lavender. Oh my gosh, a bubble. Do you guys see it? There's a little bubble in this one. So the bubbles actually form when the original bottle source piece of glass is being made, and little air bubbles are trapped within the glass. And then over time, the ocean reveals the bubbles as the surface of the glass is smoothed down and worn away to create sea glass over time. These little bubbles show up, and they're just so fun. There's two there in the purple. I love that little bit of character and history. I think this might be my new favorite piece. So we have purple and a soft petal pink, and then a little cube of purple with a tinier nugget of pink, and a cornflower in pink, in a smooth triangle shape. I love the way the designers selected so that the shapes can go together and fit so perfectly together. Very symmetrical and smooth. We have some ombres here at the bottom. We have green and olive, nice blue olive with a nice bright green. Then we have amber and a cinnamon amber, and another shape option here with a traditional amber, and then the lighter cinnamon amber that's a bit more golden. Those would pair really nicely with some of the pendants from earlier. I would mix and match those two. That's a very pretty combo. Sorry guys, I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. I'm not used to talking about the jewelry for this long. We have a nice smooth olive here with a seafoam, and then this guy's like a perfect little white, and this is a great example of how sometimes the white will have just a touch of blue in it, and on its own it's very clear that it's white, but when you pair it with a crisp white, you get this beautiful little ombre of white and the sweetest little pink nuggets here. So that is our first tray. Each of these rings is $239. They measure a size 9. We could size them up for you or down to any size. We can go up to about a size 11 or down to any size smaller. Just let us know what size you need. Ring sizings are always complimentary with our live stream events, so we can take great care of that for you prior to shipping your order. And last but not least, for this style, this one does glow. Thank you. Oh yeah, it does glow a little bit. We have the ultra rare, very collectible tray with these exquisite pieces of ultra rare sea glass. Ultra rare sea glass from England has these beautiful layered colors throughout, and we have turquoise and tropical green, shades of blue and swirls. This one's like a little ocean wave of turquoise. Could I have the tiny flashlight, please? Let's see what this looks like, guys. Can we get a closer look? Oh yeah, beautiful. So we have turquoise and turquoise. Check out that little wave pattern. and then a bright spot of blue over a crisp white background. On the end here, we have these beautiful triangular, smooth, nugget-shaped pieces with shades of blue and little spots of turquoise down in the bottom. Do you see that polka dot? These guys are so bright and pretty. This one has layers of pink and turquoise. It's like cotton candy. It reminds me of my childhood in the 90s with all of the turquoise and pink paired together. It just needs a pop of purple and it'd be perfect. A perfect pop of purple. We have a couple of spots of cobalt here over crisp white backgrounds. You can see the white along the edge there. And then stripes in this next ring. Stripes of darker blue and turquoise over a soft blue. I'll have to try one of these on for you. I don't know how I'll choose. Maybe the one that glows. Here we have some more blue hues. We have a cobalt and white with layers of turquoise. It's like a little ocean wave. And then polka dots with turquoise and a bright, bright blue, like an electric cobalt blue in smooth oval shapes. And then this one's a soft turquoise ombre. It has these lighter swirls of turquoise in the top piece and these deeper ripples of turquoise in the bottom little nugget. And then here we have some reds. We have perfect little red circles. I think these would like to match up with the red post earrings. I don't have them handy anymore, but these would like to go with those. They've told me. And this is the piece I was telling you about earlier. It has this gorgeous embossed pattern of little circles. It's so rare. Oh, thank you. Let's check out those red earrings next to it. Isn't that a great match? These are those vibrant cherry red pieces in sweet little colors. And I believe the centerpiece of orange glows a little bit. It's maybe not showing up so well because I have the white background and all of these bright lights on it. There we go. See that polka dot of color? It's a little blurry because it wants to focus on starfish. There we go. So when the black light hits it, the bubbles for the polka dots glow. And a little bit down here on the red too. It's like a little octopus. It has the suction cups that glow. I don't know if octopi glow, but the little polka dots do. These are super, super gorgeous little pieces, and it's so rare not only to find a bright orange and a red, both with the embossed pattern, but then to have them match like this. This is definitely a collector's piece. So these rare rings were $259, that same bypass ring style. And we have one more ring style for you, and I am calling these our statement rings because they feature nice bold pieces with a double bezel setting that turns into the split band. This is a totally new design, exclusive for this event, and we have some really exquisite colors here that compare with some of the pieces you've seen today. I'm gonna turn this around just so you can see a little size reference. Let's see, who should we try on? I want a tall one. Let's go with this soft gray. Check that out. It's the size, a little smaller than the size of my finger, knuckle to knuckle, but it has that split band design that tapers into a single band, so you still have that really comfortable, lightweight feeling, even though you have a bolder ring. And you don't have to size up for these for that same reason, because you have the taper to the back. The thickness in the back is the normal ring thickness, so you don't have a wide band all the way around, making them nice and easy, very comfortable. We have a gray, we have a purple. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's upside down. There we go. Look at that purple. I have to show you this one closer. There was a little necklace with the gemstones that would match so well with this purple. There we go. Definitely a purple purple. And check out how that double bezel just tapers into that split band design, a nice wide split band. You have the tray here. We have some aquas for you in various shapes. A little nugget of aqua, and then a nice tall oval paired with a perfect teardrop. And then in this row, we have some grays in various shades. We have a deeper, it has like a touch of blue to the gray. And then this one's a bit softer but wider. And that elongated one, that's a perfect little stick that I was trying on earlier for you. We have some cobalts as well. We have a deeper cobalt with a triangle shape, a nice teardrop cobalt, and a nice tall cobalt as well. And then to match with some of our other rare cube shapes for the day that we were talking about earlier, we have this perfect little rectangle of cornflower. I want to try this one on too for you. There we go. Gorgeous cornflower, very silky and smooth. Nice bright pop of color, definitely a statement ring. So bold, but definitely comfortable and perfect for everyday wear. We always want you to be able to have the best of both worlds, where you can wear a beautiful piece of jewelry, but it's still functional for every day. I could type on the computer and I'm not going to be bumping my fingers with this big piece of sea glass because the split band just perfectly tapers, so you don't even really feel anything. And then we have a embossed piece of white sea glass here with the bottle lip pattern. This was a bottle lip, a crisp white with that smooth wave pattern. Some cinnamons, a lovely cinnamon amber. This one's a nice round shape. We have a deep gray color here, this little circle gray piece. And it's kind of domed. It has a little bit of a rounded shape on the top. Beautiful little bubble of gray. A bold seafoam for you. And a couple of green options here with the seafoam. Traditional Kelly green and then an olive. And this olive is just a touch deeper. It's a nice tall shape. So those are our statement rings, and these are $298. They measure a size 9, but of course we'll offer the ring size adjustments for you, so we could go up to an 11 or down to any size. Just leave us a note with your order after the live stream and we will take care of the rest for you. So that is all of the jewelry that I have to share with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took a look at all of these gorgeous pieces. This was our preview, so none of these pieces are available to shop just yet. They'll be available on Thursday. What is Thursday's date? The 26th? I think it's the 26th. So this Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll have our live stream for necklaces and earrings with all of these styles. That's the first chance to shop these pieces. And then on Friday, we'll come back on 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Friday night, to take a look at some of these rings and bracelets. So stay tuned for all these goodies. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to send me a message. I'd love to try any of these pieces on for you. I'd love to create little sets. If you have any questions about something that you think might pair well and you want to just see it together, absolutely send us a message. That's what we're here for. We're more than happy to try anything on for you. If you have questions about any sizes, hopefully this was a great time for you to see the pieces, try it on, so you can get an idea of how bold those bold pieces are and how sweet and petite those more delicate pieces are. We do have a pre-party coming up on Wednesday. Let me grab my notes here. So Wednesday, we'll have a pre-party over on our website. The pre-party is a chance, if you're not able to join us live, if maybe you have plans Thursday and Friday, you can still shop these exclusive pieces, not these exact pieces, but we have a selection of about 50 pieces of jewelry in these same styles that will go up on our website Wednesday, the 25th at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So at lunchtime here in Massachusetts, we'll launch all of these pieces on our website, leadtoseaglassjewelry.com, and you can view the pre-party items there. And then the rest of the items that I've shown you here today will only be available in the live stream. We also have, we have a giveaway. I almost forgot to tell you. I knew I had surprises to share with you, but I almost forgot the best part. check our feed for tomorrow's post. We actually will have a special giveaway for you all leading up to the live stream. You'll have to share the post and maybe tag a friend, and that will enter you into a drawing for the piece of jewelry. I won't give away what it is, but stay tuned because I am so excited. One of you will definitely be selected to win an exclusive piece from this group of Sweet and Petite and Big and Bold jewelry. All right, if you guys have any questions, leave me a message here on Instagram or send us an email. Our email is info@litosglassjewelry.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions for you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.